Now the other method of transporting the roles is downloading the roles onto your desktop and then uploading them into your target client or target system. Now you can use this mechanism of downloading and uploading roles into the systems which are not part of your transport landscapes. Now, for example, what it means is that if you have, let's say, you have a R3 system, and then you have a landscape for BW systems, then you have a landscape for, let's say, XI systems. Now, all these three systems will have their own separate transport landscape. So suppose if you create a role in, let's say, in R3 system, a technical role specifically, mainly. For, let's say, for security, there's a security role that you create in R3 system. But you want the same role to be there in the, let's say, BW system or XI system. Then you have only two choices. One, you create the same role from scratch in BW system as well as in XI system. And you have to go through the whole process of mending the authorization objects and all that. Or you can download the role from the RC system and upload it into BW system and XI system. Now, when you download the role, the data from the role is stored in a file in your desktop. Now, the authorization data is stored in the file. But when you download the role, the authorization profiles, the generated authorization profiles and the user assignments are not taken along with the role that is downloaded. But when you are transporting the role using the transport request mechanism, even the profiles are transported. But in download of the role, profiles are not downloaded along with the role. And user assignments are also not downloaded. Now, after you upload the role into the target, the role might have to be edited and generated depending on what was the status of the role when you downloaded it. Like I said, in this method, when you download the role, neither the user assignments nor the generated profiles of the roles are downloaded and transported. So what it means is that when you upload the role into the target system, target client, you would be required to generate the profiles in the target system and target client. Now, if you download a composite role, all the single roles along with which are part of the composite role are also downloaded. But the profiles of the single roles are not downloaded again. Only the roles are downloaded, but not the profiles and the user assignments. They are not downloaded. And when you upload the composite role, the single roles also get uploaded. Now, when you download the role, the system creates a file in your desktop or the location where you download the role with an extension .sap, and you can edit this file using a notepad or a WordPad. But you need to be very careful while doing the when you do that. It's usually not recommended, but you could edit the contents of the file if you want. Now, there are certain issues for uploading the roles. first issue is the system in which the roles are uploaded are treated as the source of the roles. So suppose if I upload the roles in a BW system, now in the BW landscape, the system in which you upload that role becomes the source for that landscape. Also, there is no audit trail when you upload the roles, meaning I will not know, auditors will not know how the role came into a particular system or particular client. For example, if you download a role from the development system and upload it into production system, and when you upload the role into production system, the system is going to treat, the production system is going to treat as if the role was created in it. Because, and there is no transport trail, meaning I don't know where this role came from. Auditors will not know where this role came from because they will not find it in QA system. So if you are using the transport mechanism, after you release the transport, the role gets transported to QA system and then on to production system. But in download and upload mechanism, when you upload the role directly in production, there is no history of how that role came into the production system. So that is the biggest concern, where there is no audit trail to find out how the role came into the production system. Now, another issue with downloading and uploading the roles is that there is potential of overwriting the authorizations of a role. Now, if the role that you're trying to upload into a target system, already if there is a role with the same name that is existing in the target, and the authorization contents of what the role that you're uploading and the role in the system, let's say they're different, then the role that you're uploading will override, the contents of that role will override the contents of the role which is already there in the system. So you need to be very careful when you do this download and upload mechanism. There is a potential that you can overwrite the data, the authorizations in the existing role in the system, which could potentially mean that the users who are assigned that role will lose their authorizations, will get something else than what they need. So that is again a big concern while downloading and uploading the role. So first big concern is there is no audit trail, because auditors cannot find out how the role came into the system, because there is no audit transport logs or anything. And then if the role that is getting uploaded, if a role exists with the same name in the target client, then the uploading role will overwrite the authorizations of an existing role if they contain different authorizations. So you need to be very careful while uploading. Now the big advantage for downloading and uploading is that it becomes easy to port roles between systems which are not part of the same landscape or are in different networks. Meaning, like say for example, like I said, if your role is properly built in R3 system and you want the same role to be in BW system, then it becomes easy. It's better you download and upload it, because you don't have to spend time and efforts to build that same role in BW system from scratch, because it's already built and tested in development system or any other system in the R3 landscape. You can use the same role in the BW system. Now, this is within the same customer. Let's say, suppose you build a roles, particular sets of roles, type of roles in one particular project, and those roles have been tested properly and they're fairly decently built. Now you go to another project and there is a need for you to build the same type of roles there in another project. So if you download this role from your current project, it becomes easy for you to build the same, to have those roles in your next project. You don't have to spend time in gathering the information from the users and deciding on what access to give or not to give in your next project. So you can download the role, go to your next project, and upload the roles in the systems for that project. Now, when you download and upload, like I said, you have to generate the roles, generate the profiles. You may not have to maintain the authorizations, but you'll definitely have to generate the roles. So that's it's a nice feature to nice facility which SAP has given you, where you can take roles from one system and put it into systems which belong to some other project or other landscape.